which is we'll give you a Mad Lib. You guys fill it out. And our first one is, if the Suns beat the Warriors again tonight, then blank.
So if the Suns beat the Warriors again tonight, this would be 2 wins in a week for the Phoenix Suns, who have won approximately, doing the math here, 1 million games in a row. Then I think the Warriors should probably consider making a trade. And it's not a trade that I think people really like to talk about because they all assume that Klay Thompson's coming back and that'll solve all their problems.
No.
And to some extent,
no, I know where this is going.
Yeah, we all know where it's going.
I'm just saying, you know who might be very helpful is Ben Simmons. Who, if not him? Who, if not him, would fit in with this team and also be a big body? Okay. Yeah. Let's hold that against them. Still. It's 2022 almost. That's what we're doing.
Wasn't that 2021, though?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
It's 2021. That happened this year.
Yeah, I think if the Suns win, we should just give them the trophy now and end the season because everything that happens in the middle of the basketball season is definitive.
That's right.
Is that?
Oh, you're joking. Pablo, Warriors get Klay Thompson back. I don't know if you forgot that. I just want to remind you. So, okay. Tuesday's game was weird. I mean, it was the Warriors' worst performance of the season, I think, in every sense. Shooting.
Steph's worst night, like,
worst
ever.
Game.
Yeah.
Although, I do think a little bit, I'm very curious to whether the Suns' defense, which is, like, exceptionally stingy and exceptionally good against Steph, I thought Michael Bridges was amazing, whether that can recur tonight. They didn't have Devin Booker for most of that game. They're not going to have him in this game. So there should be an advantage for the Warriors in this one, Booker. And I do think, to go back to the if-then, if they do lose again against a Suns team that doesn't have Booker for the entire game, then the Suns are the prohibitive favorite to win, like you're saying, to win. I don't think you can come to any other conclusion.
I mean, I'd like to say that that December, to Dominique's searing satire, to the point that he was making, I would like to say that this does mean that they're the best team that I would absolutely bet on come June, but I don't believe that. To
be fair, to be fair to my man Alabaster, I complained yesterday about talking about a game that was not the Suns and Warriors because I actually thought the Suns and Warriors was the only game we've had so far this season that actually matters, and then he gives us Suns Warriors conversation, and then I ostensibly say, you know what, it's December, don't matter.
You know what, though? What is fascinating to me is that this game got flexed, I guess, to use that word.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Lakers Clippers.
ESPN slot,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and LeBron's play in that game. So, like, that is really telling, I think, of the fact that the NBA right now revolves around Steph Curry and the Warriors.
No, Steph Curry, for the NBA, whose business as an entertainment product in terms of linear TV ratings has been gasping for breath at times, right? Not a total disaster, but something that they're concerned about. The Warriors of the mid-2010s, that is the nostalgia that everybody likes to drink. That is when we feel like this is the best version of the modern game in terms of aesthetics and also in terms of, like, actual business proposition. What I think the Warriors are going to struggle with in a real basketball sense, though, if they do lose to the Suns in a way that they lost to the Suns earlier this week, is what happens when you play a dude who's big. Because the other subplot of that game was DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton bullied the Warriors down low. They have James Wiseman, who is tall, but he's not big in that way. There is that distinction. And if they are going to make a trade in a serious way, it wouldn't be for Ben Simmons. It's like, do you go and think about, I don't know, do you think about a center somewhere, right? Maybe a Miles Turner somewhere who could be a big body that you throw in front of a DeAndre Ayton or a Giannis, who obviously ate DeAndre Ayton in the finals, or an Embiid, although, again, I can't even muster the energy to pretend that would be the matchup at the finals. But yes, that would be another matchup concern for them.
I mean, I think the tough thing with trying to find somebody to match up with Ayton is that most of those people are either offensive or defensive liabilities. Like, there aren't NBA centers, very many of them, that are effective on both ends of the floor. And Ayton is in large part because Chris Paul is there to set him up. And because Devin Booker has become a little bit more proficient at using him also. So, like, I don't know that that's Steph's game. If you want the ball in Steph's hands and you want him to go in and out, weaving around to get open, like, where does a center who can't shoot and space the floor, how does a center who can't shoot fit into that offense? So, like, you're costing your offense at the risk or hoping to improve your defense, which is already the best in the NBA, for this one particular opponent.
Do you think
both ways?
Do you think that they're the best defense in the NBA? I do think, like, okay, so we talk about this game in stakes. It's really hard to evaluate or to, like, we're having conversation about the Warriors and these, like, championship matchups, but again, when Clay, we don't know what Clay's gonna look like. If he's 80% Clay, everything about this, like, we're all of this discussion about the offense and the need to be more dominant in the paint, it's kind of rendered moot by the level of spacing they'll have, assuming that Steph continues playing at God level. But I do think something that will be on display is the caliber of defense. Earlier, I mentioned about how well Mikal Bridges, God damn it, I said his name wrong again. Mikal Bridges. Your accent. I know, I said it right the first time. It was I know. It's Mikal.
Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges. We talking about Mikal Bridges?
Mikal Bridges.
Do you think it is fair to say that the Warriors defense is objectively better than the Suns defense is the question?
I don't think it's fair to say they're objectively better, but I think that they are one of the best defenses in all of basketball. So I don't know if they're better than the Suns. That's not the point. My point is that defense is incredibly good, and now Pablo's saying that we might need to go get us a center in order to improve this defense, but the defense is already great. So you're going to bring a center to help out a great defense. It will also definitely bring down their already efficient offense.
The Warriors defense, though, will be dominant today. Defense today. Defense tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Defense.
No.
Can I not?
No.
Is this taking the carpetbagging too far?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.